Okay. We're playing hide and go seek. Here I come. I can hear some like cymbals or something inside of that trailer. Boom, boom. Did he go in there, Sally? Is he in there?
Hey, Sally bit me right here.
Oh, she did? And glad your arm is still attached, though.
Yeah.
She didn't run off with your arm, did she? That's good. If
That...
she runs off with your arm, you let me know, okay? And then I'll help you get your arm back.
But my bones are so strong that nothing could get them off.
Oh, okay. Well, then it probably doesn't hurt. You're so strong, like Spider-Man or something, right?
But it still hurts a little bit.
Oh, okay. Sally? Sally, no biting. Yeah, I know. You're a ferocious, mean, biting dog, aren't you?
That's a puppy, not dog. It's a puppy.
2-year-old puppy.
Yeah. Let's go back.
Quite a bit of work done here. Got this garden taken down. We'll bring that back next year, early spring, hopefully.
And the plants died.
Yep, all the plants died.
But why?
We put in this this wall right here. That's a landscape wall, and I'm just going to sort of pull the dirt in front of it back this way. It slopes down, and so that dirt will just sort of blend in. And I put in this wall here. Let's see here, the sun is probably making it so you can't see it. This wall here, same thing as that wall there. And now I just have to do some cleaning. I've got trying to do food and work at the same time. It kind of makes for a messy thing. So tomorrow, gonna come in here, clear all this stuff out, squirt everything down, and then use the apple crusher again. Over here, sort of have everything in a big pile, more or less. All this stuff down here, I'm just gonna scrape it all up and put it in there, haul it to the dump. And then I've got a bunch of stuff over there, scaffolding and stuff like that, that I'm going to give back to the owner. I've been using it for over a year. And the ramp, look at the ramp here. So it's all poured. All the concrete is a day old now.
We're really tall!
We're really tall. So I just extended this out to here. This, put in this, and put in this. And ran out of concrete, and then just have to fill this little bit here. I'm gonna have all these wood chips here, compost, more compost. It all has to be spread out. What?
Say here's my boy over here because I'm your boy.
And this is my boy over here. Say hi, Alex.
Hi, Dad. And this is the concrete is not dry yet.
Yeah, that's actually just junk that we poured out. That's garbage. We're gonna have to clean that up so that we can do something nice there and make it so that something can actually grow there.
And I just stepped on it so to clean it up. We could step on to clean it up.
Oh.
Step on.
Yeah, don't step on it. That doesn't clean it up. That just gets your feet dirty.
Oh.
Right out in this area, I was dumping a bunch of leftover stuff when I was putting in all of this driveway here. Sort of cleaning out the bucket and then returning it. And so I just today did a couple of loads of in that thing, took it out to the dump just to get rid of all the cruddy stuff that was in there. And so now I'm taking this compost from right over here and I'm spreading it out right in through here. And I also, on each trip to the dump, it was a half price on compost day, so it was 30 bucks. It's normally $15 a yard, and I usually pick up like 4 yards and put it in there. So I got today I got 3 yards, or excuse me, I got 3 loads, so 12 yards. And I'm just going to spread this out in through here. Now for this year's compost recipe, I've got a bunch of compost actually from the prior couple of years. I sort of was adding on to the back of it. So that stuff there isn't ready. This over here is the garden that I just took down. I threw a little bit of dirt on it, and then I'm taking a bunch of these wood chips here, and I'm gonna spread the wood chips out there and pull this stuff over it. Put a little bit of more wood chips in there, just sort of mix it up. Well, now these trees are really yellow. Gonna have to come out and clean up the leaves here pretty soon. Well, let's see how we do on this thing on a cold start. Let's see, give it some gas and choke. Just gonna let it warm up. I gotta mow all this and out over there. Gotta mow this yard. And then right here in my immediate backyard, I'm just gonna go through and cut everything down so that I can get underneath the trees better and pick apples and stuff. I ought to just mow that down. I've seen other people mow their corn down. But I'd rather do it on my tractor when I can raise the thing up like a foot. I'm doing a little winterizing. Got the compressor set up here to blow out the sprinkler lines, and I've got this. Never had one of these before. I'm gonna put in the sprinklers in the front. Put in this deal right here that lets you just hook an air compressor straight up to these fittings, right? It's a little backflow thing that doesn't let the water go back that way. So I've already connected it there and blown everything out that way just by twisting the little deal on the valves to let the air through, and sure enough, all the water blew out. So I've turned this off so the water, nothing can go through that way, and hook the air hose up that way. And I do have some sprinklers back over that way from before, and I'm just going to go blow those out now. Well, now I get to winterize this thing. I've disconnected the power, and you know, I meant to build a permanent shelter over this thing. I'd still have to winterize it either way, but I didn't build the shelter like I wanted to, so now I'm going to disconnect it, and maybe next year I'll get to the point where I can put a shelter over this thing. So to winterize it, in the past, what I was able to do is just sort of take a bolt down off the bottom here. It's right down in there. Right there. And that would let the water drain out. But that never really seemed to do the trick. Still some water would remain in there, and it would just expand that whole thing, and it would crack the front of it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to disconnect the whole thing and just turn the pump up right and cover it with a tarp that I have here. So that means I've got to disconnect it from there and from there, and then I should be able to just tilt the whole thing. Okay, now I just got to cover it. Well, that was a lot of mowing. I didn't mow that right in there. That's dill that's still growing. Cut a bunch of branches off some trees. My next project is I've still got a wall going across here that I need to take down.